Thank you, Oman. It's customary not to say the first name of your in-laws in Torres Strait Islander custom. So I was waiting for her to say my name because it's also customary once you say their name to give them a gift. So I've been watching the table tonight, looking for something I could take if she were to have a slip of the tongue. Yeah, and I've been watching that cake. So thank you. Look, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land which we meet today, pay my respects to them, the Wulgurukapa people, acknowledge Ash and Linda here tonight. I also acknowledge the neighboring Bindal people as well too, and acknowledge that I live on their beautiful country. I also want to acknowledge elders here tonight with us, the Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander elders. You know who you are. We pay respects to you. You have fought a hard road so that we could have the blessings of education today. And we honor you for being present with us here tonight. You must excuse my voice. I've been down with the flu over the past week and trying to deal with that, so do the best I can. Vice Chancellor and President, Professor Harding, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Nakada, Professor Christine Bruce, Councillor Margie Ryder, Ash and Linda, distinguished guests, families and friends, and most importantly tonight, you students. I'm talking to you undergraduate students, postgraduate students, those who have committed their lives to pursuing a life of stress, worrying about assignments. Some of you may sit in lectures and wonder if you're even in the right classroom. Some of you may get frustrated from driving around campus looking for a closer car park. And then you find out the university has changed its car parking zones. Some of you who've pulled all-nighters before exams, yes, we've all been there, and then sleep for 12 hours following that. This is you, and this is also me. I speak to you tonight as a graduate, a recent graduate, and I'm proud of being a graduate of the university and what I've achieved. And hopefully I can share somewhat of a story with you about my family, and themes will come through about some of the things that may speak to you in your heart about your journey in education and building resilience and strength and continuing on with the journey to inspire you. So I come from Thursday Island. My family hails from the Central Islands of the Torres Strait. We are Kulkalaik on my grandmother's side. My grandfather's side, we are my relatives for the East. We're from Dawareb. So I'm a proud Torres Strait Islander. I acknowledge my wife here tonight too. And we're both proud Torres Strait Islanders of beautiful young Torres Strait Islander children who we raise strong in their culture and who we raise strong in seeking for education in their life. My grandmother and my grandfather were hardworking people. They come from a different era to me. I sometimes wonder what type of era they came from, where they would live without power, where they would live without gas, and they would have to walk to the wells to cart water back to feed their family, to bathe and to eat, where they would have to chop wood for fires, for cooking at night. And at night they lit and studied or read or lived by candlelight. It was a different era for them. My mother grew up in this era. She was the youngest of all her siblings. And she often told me how she was encouraged to go to school. My grandparents even made her go to school when she was sick, a little bit of damper, and off she went. Those were them days. Following high school, she did quite well at year 10, and so an opportunity arose for her to do some study at the Cairns Business College. So she moved from Thursday Island to Cairns, and there she did so well that she won a program in a graduate position in Canberra. And so excitedly she rang home and told my grandmother, batteries go on. Speak up.
Check.
No, it's gone off. I was trying to get out of the speech. If I talk up, can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. I'll use my dad voice, eh? So, yeah, she told my grandmother that she wanted to move to Canberra. And because she was the youngest in her family, her responsibilities in family was to take care of the parents. So she was told to forget it and come home because she had responsibilities to take care of. So as a teenager, a late teenager, she moved back home and spent the rest of her life looking after her mom and dad. Her dad passed away and then looked after her mom until she passed away. So she didn't have the opportunities that I had for education because of that customary responsibility. My father, he's what we call a Markai. He's a non-Indigenous man. He's from Brisbane. And, he did well in education. He was going to leave high school and then study vet science. But just before he was about to start, his only sister died in a car crash. And so he would...
Thank you.
So his only sister died in a car crash, and that sort of sent him off the rails. He decided not to pursue his dream of becoming a vet. And he never recovered fully from that to start university. But both my parents combined believed that education was important for us. They invested some time and money into me and my two other siblings to make sure we had the best we could for education. I felt privileged sometimes because they would take an interest in my work when I knew my friends didn't have that support at home, in that home environment. But I look back at my report card sometimes and I wonder, some of us do, and think, what was I thinking during those times? I see a common theme running throughout my report card. And maybe some of my lecturers will say the same thing now, or my supervisors who are here tonight. I need to be careful what I say. It says that Geoff always has potential, but he doesn't apply himself. You're laughing because you know there was influence too, eh? So for year 11 and 12, I decided to leave Thursday Island. I went to boarding school. Mom and Dad thought it would be a good idea. They invested a bit of money and time and sent me off. And a little bit of faith because I was the eldest child then, and they wanted to see me do well. But unfortunately, the curriculum was so far advanced that I could not catch up. I had trouble keeping up with what they were talking about, even though I was topping some subjects on Thursday Island. I just started way behind everybody else in boarding school. I felt like an imposter. I felt silly sometimes. I felt like I couldn't ask simple questions, or otherwise I'd be ridiculed in the class. My final 2 years of high school were not great, to say the least. I left year 12 and promised that I would not go back, as I gave up on academic study and education. All my people in my cohort, my friends, were going to university and looking forward to wonderful careers. I guess I was just destined to go back home and work on the boats and become like my father and look for a trade. And education just was not for me. Over the next few years, I wanted in and out of jobs. I eventually did what most other young boys do when they go back, and they go prey fishing. This is my deadly tidings, man. It was great money, but it was really hard work for anybody who knows the industry. I couldn't see a long-term future for myself. It they just had nothing to keep pulling me to it. I knew I had this potential that the teachers used to keep talking about. So I looked for better work opportunities, and eventually won a position in an organization called Biosecurity. It's a government organization, on TI. I worked as a quarantine officer for a number of years. I met and married my wife, and we started having a young family, and we realized that the opportunities that we wanted weren't available on the island. And like many other families who come here today, George Thomas, we had to move away. Prof. Macca being one of them. You have to move away to pursue an education or something that you want in life. And it's a life-changing decision to make, to move away from homeland, the place where you feel comfortable and safe. And so we made a big decision to leave our home and move to the mainland in search of something better. When we moved to Townsville, Townsville became our second home, and we love Townsville now. We couldn't even think of moving anywhere else. And I always joke that I used to talk about my wife about moving away to Thursday Island, and she decided eventually to move. Now I can't get her out of Townsville and move somewhere else. So Townsville is our home, and we definitely love it here. But shortly after I was moved here, I got a posting to Singapore for a couple of weeks. And one of the evenings we went to eat at a place called Boat Key, and if you've been there, it's a beautiful seafood. And I thought, seafood, I won't test this theory. So we went to check out all their seafood. And while we ordered and waited for dinner, I walked up and down the strip looking at, if you've ever seen it, live seafood in tanks, all up and down the strip. I came across this tank and it had crayfish. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I asked the guy outside, one of the hooker guys, and he said, I said, well, where's the crayfish from? He said, Australia. You know Australia? He must have thought it was from somewhere else. I said, yeah, I know Australia. I'm really from there. And he said, okay, well, I said, where's it from? He said, Queensland. And I said, Queensland? I'm from Queensland. He said, you're from Queensland? I said, yeah, I'm from Queensland. Where is it from? He said, it's from the Torres Strait. So I said to him, that's my crayfish. How did it get here? He said, oh, we import it and it comes fresh to us and I can cook it for you. You want it? I said, no, I don't want to pay for it. I need it fresh. So he got the cray and I said, well, if you were going to cook it for me, how much are you going to charge? And he said, cooked on a plate, served, $180 a kilo. And I thought, oh, man. And then the mind started to work, and then the maths, and I thought, how much did I sell that crayfish for? I think back, and I used to sell them for $30 a kilo. And I thought, wow, where was the other money going? What was going on? And this started to annoy me and fester in my mind that I couldn't let it go. And this burning desire to answer this question on how, why, who was benefiting from our crayfish? When the boys, my family, friends, and people I know in the industry working are not fully benefiting from the profit. You know, what part of the supply chain are we missing out on? So when I got back, I decided that if I was ever going to help fix this, I was going to study university. And so I felt it was kind of, fitting that I enrolled in university course in JCU in here. I thought, what better way to do that? So I enrolled in a Bachelor of Business here. I wanted to study international business and marketing and learn that. The transition to uni now with a young family, we had 3 children at the time. I was working full-time. It was a hard road. And I was working and studying full-time. I scheduled everything. I was disciplined, the orientations you go to. I was just either early or sit in front of the class. I took every single note I could, and I worked really, really hard. I also had the support from my loving wife and children, and they were quite forgiving of it with my time and not being able to be around with them. Thanks, Alan. I obtained a small scholarship, which helped me buy textbooks, the dreaded textbooks, and this helped me buy a new computer as well. And so during my study, I focused my study on crayfish. So when I learned about marketing, I directed my assignments to crayfishing. I don't know if my lecturers saw a connection in this all throughout my degree. I'm sure somebody would have noticed something. studied supply chains to understand distribution networks. I learned about economic values of commodities in an open market. I found out how new technologies create sustainable communities. And now I started to understand why that crayfish was worth $180 to someone else, but only $30 when I sold it. But unfortunately, raising a family is difficult. And after 18 months, I couldn't go any further. And so I opted to graduate with the Diploma of Business. All this time, my feelings for my current employment started to drift. And the way the organization was moving, and the way my feelings were, it was growing apart. And I had to make a decision. And so I left my career with biosecurity after being with them for about 10 years. With no job to go into, I decided to turn my heart towards working with my people. So I started working with an organization in town with the young people in the scholarship program. Some of the students that are here tonight, I've been watching them as they've gone through their degrees. And this led me to, after 18 months, being able to see with JCU, helping students transition to university. The same feelings how I felt that I struggled with when I worked with these when I worked with those children. But I also knew that I was returning also to finish my degree. That was my motivator. I remembered my mum and my dad and their lost opportunities or missed opportunities for education. I knew I would be letting them down if I didn't do what finish what I started. This time I had a larger family. We have 4 children now. We have plenty of kids here. So we have 4 children at the time when I started. And even during my final 2 years of study, we had another child in the children as well. So yeah, that's all now. I was joking, we got 7-seat car, we got no more now. So I got no more money to upgrade, so that's it. So whilst doing that, they were very supportive and very generous and forgiving with their time or my time. With managing that, I am the president of a community kindergarten in town, and then working with the kindergarten to ensure that they're running well and applying my trade in that setting. I was also working at the Indigenous Education Research Center full-time, managed study there, working there, and it was a great opportunity for me to touch base with some of the students who were doing the same things that I was. And they realized that, hey, this fellow knows that I would go to class. So that was my angle to try and catch these students out. But there was so much to juggle, you know. But towards the end of the second year to final year, I got a call from my father. He rang me just before the start of the final year. He told me he had just been diagnosed with cancer and he wanted to be closer to family. So on top of all of this, he moved in and lived with us. I had to build a place because we didn't have a place big enough. I spent months managing study, work, all these things, and building, you know, a flat for him as well at our property. And I became the primary carer for him, taking care of his appointments and all his needs together with my wife until he passed. So this final year study last year was the most difficult that I had ever sort of encountered. I had every reason to stop studying, but my burning desire to realize my potential and finish was probably as strong as ever. I must say at this point that people around you who support you can be the difference when you're persisting in your degree or you deferring. For me, all I got was love and support, and I hope that's the same with you. And so cherish those people around you. I want to pay tribute to my loving wife, Sonia, who's here tonight. She stood by me, heard all my frustrations, and she's borne the heaviest load of all times when I had to be away from them and able to give me personal support. So with their support, I persisted on. And yet, despite being the most difficult year last year in finishing, I achieved the best academic results. Go figure. This showed me that I can rise to meet any challenge, and that I can push through barriers and achieve goals and dreams. But along with my family, the Indigenous Education Research Center staff I worked with became my champions. You know, they ring students every 3 weeks. You might know their phone calls. They call you, text you, find out where you are, email you. You're lucky you got 3 weeks. I got every week. I got team meetings. Hello with me. Geoff, how are you going? It's like, oh, isn't it a few weeks away yet for that conversation? Shame, but it was good because they checked in with me, offering encouragement and support. Their support is invaluable. They also provided me expert tutors to help me. They linked me with scholarships, and then I think they gave us probably the best study space in the university to study with. And I thank them for that. You know, that loving family environment and community goes a long way around us all. It helps us, it strengthens us. I've been through the transformation of the Indigenous Center. I was there when the new change plan happened. That was my entry into the university. And I've seen it, Prof. Nakana come on board, change a whole lot. I was there as a student and a staff member. So I had a very unique perspective of how supporting students went. Because I felt supported and I was supporting. Confusing yet, but that's how it went. But I'd like to say on behalf of the students, Prof, thank you for providing what you have for us students and to your team and the support. I also want to thank the university for their commitment to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander education and our students. Without that support, things would be a whole lot different than what they are today. And so when I was talk about numbers and celebrating success, I was one of them. And I'm proud to be one of them. You know, I stand on the outside of the fence to a lot of you and think, well, keep going. Because, you know, it's you'll get there, it's just around the corner. But towards my final year, as most students do, I thought about what's next now for me. You know, what do I do with this degree? What do I do about crayfish? I couldn't go back to crayfishing. And so I thought about the problems and the issues. I understood what happened now, but then I understood more about the issues in there, the gaps that needed attention, that couldn't be solved by any of the coursework that I did. And I was looking for an avenue to try and help in that space. So I was encouraged to look at your Master of Philosophy course, the HDR pathway, that I could entirely focus a topic of my choice. I was inspired by the impact other researchers had, like Prof. Nakana and Oman, not saying your name, and the impact that they had with the research that they were doing and how it affected real people's lives. I was inspired by that, and I felt this is the pathway that I want to go down. And if I am to ever contribute to a change agenda for Indigenous people and indeed the people of the Torres Strait, then I needed to have a specific area of expertise. So I applied, I was accepted with awesome supervisors to help me on this journey. I must say also that they're patient with me, that they nurture me and help me along, Teresa as well. And it's something that I've now come to know as my career pathway and what I want to do for the rest of my life. I was also blessed to receive a scholarship from the Graduate Research School and also Area Energy. And without that scholarship this year, I wouldn't have been able to stop work and study full-time. So I encourage students close to finishing, any of you that are here tonight, consider a postgraduate course. If there's something about you that you feel you can take further, consider it. As Prof mentioned tonight, the Indigenous Center has just launched the Master of Philosophy program, which is a fantastic program. I'm sure Dr. Ali will be happy to talk to any one of you about that. I'm now a postgraduate student. I work as a part-time business manager at the kindergarten, applying the trades of my business. Study is difficult, still. New challenges in postgrad have me feeling like I'm back in first year. Got to keep reminding myself I'm still a student. But I know I can do it. I've learned how to become more resilient, committed, how to keep getting back up after falling over, how to work harder and smarter, and that I can mix it with the best of them in academia, yet hold true to my identity and my roots. Education wasn't for me, but now it is. My mum and dad both passed away during my journey of study. My dad more recently, a month before my graduation. I miss having them there, to see the joy on their faces when they read my report card from university. But that wasn't to be. But I know they're with me. and I'm proud of what I've achieved. My hope is for you students is to realize that you can do it. And if I can do it, then you can too. You will need sometimes a support. You will need a phone call, you will need a high five, and a hug. And sometimes you'll need to sacrifice. Our family motto in the Lu family is a strong statement of belief. It pushes me on. And I now leave this with you. Do your best, never give up. Take this home, most